Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something very practical. I'm going to show you step by step how to draw this character, A2. This is a fairly simple pose. 2 out of 10 as far as the pose dynamics. This type of video is geared towards more beginners. Okay, without further ado, let's see what this process looks like. Okay, here we go. If you're new to the channel, here are some of the work that I've done previously. I usually dabble between traditional pencil, ink, or digital draw on Procreate. Now we've started the process, and this is a beginner-friendly process because the system is fairly simple. See, I marked the top and the bottom of the character, and then I drew a line that penetrates the entire body that roughly follow the shape of the pose. And this one is just slightly curved. And then I equally divide the line into 8 segments. It's fairly simple. You find a midpoint, then mark another midpoint that represents the quarter segments, and then do another midpoint, and that will divide the line into 8 segments. And for this system, you only need to do the 8 segments on the upper half of the body. For the lower half, you can just leave them at the quarter segments. So once I have the 8 segments drawn, marked, I'll start to define the proportions. As you can see, I have the head that occupies the 1/4 segment. This is the 8 head count proportion. Then you have the torso, starts at the midpoint of the second segment and ends at the beginning of the third segment. And then the pelvis will end at the midpoint of the body, which is the 4th segment. Then the knee is at the 3/4 segment. Then from that, I draw 2 arcs. One's coming out of the 3rd 8th point, which swings up, that represents the position of the elbow. And then another one originates from the pelvis, which represents the position of the wrist. After that, there's one more. After that, there's one more position or proportion. That will be the hand. The hand will be roughly the size of the face. And same goes with the foot. It's about the size of the head. Okay, so at this point, I pretty much have all the rough proportions marked, drawn. Then the next step will be just following the reference and start working some of the details. Remember, this step is still doing the rough shape of the body parts. And now I'm going to fast forward to the next phase of the drawing. Okay, now after I'm fairly confident with the position of the body parts proportions, I'm taking a soft eraser to gently lighten the pencil mark, but still leave the impression of the figure, and start working on the line art of this drawing. the importance is to make sure that the impressions are still intact, so you know where roughly the positions are for your line art. Then as far as the line art goes, you want to be work on it with confidence and swiftness. If there are some tricks to help you, if for a beginner, if you are less confident, is to just wave your pencil over the path where you want to draw the line. It's like shadow boxing. So do it a couple of times and then make the stroke. If it doesn't look right, erase it and then do it again. This is way to make sure you have the fluidity the line work requires. And also with the swiftness, you naturally create emphasis on the shadow heavy part, which creates a natural line weight variation that will makes the line art more pleased to look at. All right, so those are some of the tips for doing better, more professionally looking line art. Now I'm just going to fast forward, show you the time lapse of what this remaining process look like.